Okay, let me see
They
that.
will essentially do school enrichment programs. So, that's the limit. So what you do, you simply walk through, and if you see a sticker like this on something, I'm going to take this one off because they decided not to use it. And staples are much less sought after items, so try to see how you go today. That's up the rails, that's up the drive, these gears are, and you can start the multitudinous display of desks. So just walk through. Yes. Okay, now this every Saturday. So I'll hold on to this, and then the office is right down there. So take your time. Do you have stickers with you? No. Okay, I have some in the office. Okay, so these are stickers I give you guys just regular, specific name. And this is an informational thing. You don't have this, correct? No. Okay, this kind of gives you the background of what our criteria are. What we do is just rip this out, you fill it out, and it goes in our file. So it's you can just stick. Oh, okay.
Well, our shop is a very community-oriented company, and they had a chance to help the city of Boston out by letting them use this space for the Resource Bank in Boston, which helps all kind of nonprofit organizations in the area, plus the school system, and big business, Bank of Boston, and Stop and Shop, and IBM, and Gillette, and Hotel Grattan has donated an awful lot of furniture, office furniture, and stuff that has come in handy to the Pine Street Inn and many organizations in the area.
Yeah. And of course, this whole thing started with the Bank of New England, which still is
Bank
quite
of New England is been
involved.
A big contributor, and Gillette has been a big contributor with petitions and office furnitures, and we've had Christian Science Church has donated quite a few items, plus many other organizations. We've turned over, I guess, supplied 3 or 4 times since we've been here in the last year.
I would think so.
And it works out good for everybody concerned.
And you're working for?
I'm working for Stop and Shop.
Stop and Shop is paying your salary.
Stop and Shop is paying my salary.
So this is part of the donation.
Right, I'll cut that off.
And
Bank of New England makes many donations. Without them, we would probably be out of business. And Stop and Shop does contribute to the building. And
without which
she couldn't survive.
Otherwise, in another city, there's a program that's slightly similar, but they have to network everything because they have no storage capacity. So essentially, it's a person with a telephone, and they get an offer of a donation. Well, what do you have? And then they call around and find someone. Oh, by the way, so and so's got this. Well, we facilitate the delivery and donation because the company can say, well, instead of 15 little vans, station wagons, etc., coming up to our loading dock, tying everything up, one truckload, boom, is out, it goes to one place, then all these little vans and trucks and station wagons come here. And we can deal with that, but they don't want to tie up this place. So we essentially attempt to spread the volume of business out. We're only open 2 days a week at this time. That's what this has been since we've been here. But we spread it out sort of almost by appointment to make sure that we're never going to have 20 people in one day, which we couldn't service correctly. We get about 5 to 6 to 7 groups come on a daily basis. And they just walk through as some people from a Head Start program now. They're going to take their time leisurely, just walking down these aisles, put stickers on some. They have a vehicle with them. They see a chair or a cabinet or something that they can load. Wherever I will help them load it if they need it. Most often they help themselves. So the groups know that they need some brawn. They'll come with 2 or 3 people in a rented truck or something else. But as it stands, the whole operation depends on 2 things: the willingness of the corporate sector to donate, and the capacity of another corporate entity to offer space. So you need the things to be available, and you need the space to hold them, and then it's basically networking for the information for these groups. Now, they just, all these Head Start programs in the city, ABCD sent them out this announcement. And this is what it says. It went to all the directors of Head Start. And it said the city of Boston is sponsoring a Boston Resource Bank located in the old Stop and Shop Bakery on Causeway Street by the Boston Gardens. Private companies donate mainly used office furniture, which is true, to the bank, and any non-profit organization in the city is invited to go to the bank, select items that they may use. The inventory at the warehouse is constantly changing, very true, as different companies donate articles and different organizations make selections. And if you're interested, the bank is open 2 days a week, Tuesdays and Fridays, usually 7 a.m. to 1 p.m. We're open later than that. And the telephone number is, and it's number 227-2492, usually answered by Roy Brightman. He opens the building and closes it. And I'm essentially the coordinator of the project, and Roy's a staff person. And without, we need both of us to do this thing. And as it stands now, we look toward a 3 to 4 to 5 month continued existence here, because there are factors that will impact upon this building being in the condition it is today, i.e. its possible sale or conversion to other use. And we're very lucky we've been here 16 months. On the open market, worth over $500,000. I mean, just a tremendous gift, in-kind gift to the little people of Boston, because essentially what the corporations get out of this, what's in it for me is an old thing. And the corporation first gets a tax break if the material has not depreciated to zero. Part two, by going through us, we have handled at least 160 groups in the last year alone. Each one of those groups touches the lives of a number of people. And so just the Long Island shelter, over 400 people a night sleeping there. In the course of a whole year, you could translate those figures, way up how many people they've had.
They must have taken 150 beds over there for, the new setup.
Right, and they took over 200 chairs. Yeah, that was great. Now,
Where do the beds come from?
Hotel breakfast.
From the hotel breakfast.
Yeah.
When they closed. Yeah, I just might say it was a great thing for me to go to the Long Island shelter and see, having walked through it before, of course, that here are all these beds, dormitory style, ward style in a hospital. And you walk by, and there was one thing that you didn't realize that they didn't have. The person that slept there at night got up in the morning and had to sit on the bed. We gave them 200 chairs and changed that whole thing so that there was a little more dignity to the experience of spending a night there. So there was a chair beside the bed, which was beautiful. And, of course, if we can, some of the halfway houses we had, because the hotel gave us all these things, we had 300 nightstands. Well, a nightstand is a great thing for your personal belongings.
Small hotel bureaus at the hotel.
Small bureaus.
Yeah.
So that stuff, that service, I would say for about 6 months we were able to give those kinds of things out, which primarily went to halfway houses, temporary lodgings, etc., so forth. And I wish we had more.
Yeah, but what we have to do is get more donations from the big companies, or when hotels are redoing their hotels, because these are the things that the people actually need, is the bureaus and the file cabinets and items like that. Office chairs and desks, we have plenty of desks right now. We're not going to turn it down, but we have plenty of desks. What we need now is bureaus, file cabinets,
and always
typewriters.
Oh my God, do I need typewriters? Almost every group that comes in here needs that. And we just have to find a way to access that stuff. And it's our hope. We're doing a major press release soon on the status of the program and what our hopes for the future might be. But my hope is that this press release will not just generate the needs groups, because that's a pretty consistent demand thing, and we just have to sort out and give to the basic logic. The people that need it the most get the first attention. But we like to serve every group, and we've never turned any group down so far, thank goodness. But there have been some groups that came and needed things that we just didn't have. They wanted a computer, we didn't have any. They wanted typewriters, we were happening not to have
Folding
any.
chairs is a big item.
Folding chairs. And
Folding tables.
conference tables.
Yeah, conference tables and folding.
So, and then of course, bookcases are hard to come by, and letter files, the 4 to 5 high. So, it would be my hope that in the next stage, we're working toward creating permanent space for this program, and I think we've demonstrated that the need will be consistent. Naturally, food, for instance, is something that has to be a renewable thing every day. I mean, you feed someone today and he's going to be hungry tomorrow. Some of these things we're dealing with aren't in that category at all. However, the need of these small nonprofits for the basic materials to run an office remains fairly constant, because if they're using secondhand equipment, quite often it breaks down, or they try to expand their services, they need more materials. And essentially what they save on this capital expense can be put toward the program itself, either toward direct services or salary, or one of those paying a light bill.